New details tonight about last week's shooting involving U.S. Border Patrol in southeast Portland. Court documents indicate a federal officer shot a man and a woman on Thursday after the truck they were in repeatedly rammed a rental car being used by federal agents. This all happened in the parking lot of Adventist Health Primary Care in southeast Portland. Several agents said they were, quote, fearful for their safety. Apparently, months before this incident, local law enforcement was already investigating the pair. Our Catherine Cook joins us now live from the newsroom. Catherine, this couple is allegedly tied to a Portland shooting case.
Christine, court documents say the shooting happened in July. No one was hurt, but a neighbor tells us it was scary and unusual.
This is a quiet neighborhood.
A southwest Portland neighborhood, investigators now say, is tied to two suspects shot by federal agents outside a Portland medical clinic last week. Back in July, Washington County Sheriff's deputies responded to reports of a shooting at the Frank Estate Apartments on Southwest Furlock Way.
So it was broad daylight, so that was kind of the weird part.
Neighbor Justin Patonis was home and heard breaking glass.
And then next thing I know, I see the sheriff's department coming down my stairs and in our backyard and stuff. Fully got, the beanbag guns ready to go and stuff. So, just very confused what was going on.
The sheriff's office tells KGW no one was hurt and suspects fled the scene. Detectives also identified a person of interest in the case, Betsabeth Zambrano Contreras. Federal officials say she was one of two people shot last week by Border Patrol agents. Investigators identified the other as Luis Nino Moncada. Federal officials say both are connected to a Venezuelan gang and prostitution ring, which brings us back to the Frank Estates last July. An arrest affidavit filed by an FBI agent says sheriff's deputies interviewed two victims who weren't injured. They said they'd engaged in the services of a prostitute identified as Zambrano Contreras. The affidavit noted she left after a dispute, then returned to the apartment with several men and tried to break in. One victim ran out the back of the apartment and said he was shot at while running away.
Pretty crazy, yeah. I know I talked to the sheriff right after it happened, and then they just said a deal gone bad or something.
Patonis and other neighbors never imagined it would come to this 6 months later.
It's a heavy thing in the news, but unfortunately we just got to stay safe and, all band together essentially.
Nino Moncada remains behind bars. He'll be in court Wednesday. Zambrano Contreras was transferred to the ICE processing center in Tacoma. Christine.
Catherine Cook reporting for us tonight. Thank you, Catherine.